It's Popples. Viral news and trending stories.
This was something we had never seen before. In a 22-year career defined by control, discipline, and composure, LeBron James finally snapped. The calm was gone. The restraint vanished. What remained was raw emotion, grabbing referees, shouting into the night, and unleashing a fury that stunned the basketball world. It happened in Phoenix. On paper, LeBron's stat line looked familiar. 26 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Efficient, dominant, remarkable for a 40-year-old battling players half his age. But the box score lied. Because the real story wasn't written in numbers. It was written in technical fouls, in ejections, in officials being shoved aside, in the sight of a living legend losing control in a way no one had ever witnessed before. This wasn't the LeBron fans had grown up watching. This was something else. Something volatile. Something unforgettable. The game itself was chaos. Luka Doncic led the Lakers with 29 points, despite struggling from deep. Devin Booker returned from injury to drop 27 for Phoenix. Brooks added 18, including clutch threes, before earning his own ejection. The crowd was electric. The lead changed hands again and again. Momentum swung like a pendulum. But none of that mattered once the real battle revealed itself. LeBron James versus Dillon Brooks. The tension ignited almost immediately. Within minutes of tip-off, Brooks began his campaign, bumping LeBron away from the ball, shoving him between plays, testing the limits before the whistle had time to catch up. At the 10:36 mark of the first quarter, the warning came: a technical foul. This wasn't basketball physicality. This was intentional, calculated, psychological. Brooks has built his career on this edge, provoking stars, dragging them into chaos, forcing them to break character. And that night, he knew exactly who he was targeting. Every shove was deliberate. Every elbow was a message. Every stare said the same thing: I'm not backing down. The technical foul wasn't a deterrent. It was confirmation, proof that the plan was working. Officials tried to calm the storm. They failed. With every dead ball, the contact escalated. Every loose ball turned into a confrontation. The arena no longer felt like a regular season game. It felt dangerous. And for the first time in over 2 decades, LeBron James was no longer in control of the moment. Everyone in the arena felt it. Brooks and LeBron weren't just playing basketball. They were continuing a war. A history the commentators recognized instantly. Years of trash talk, years of tension, years of mutual disrespect that had turned every matchup into theater. But what happened in the third quarter changed everything. After the whistle, Brooks slapped a loose ball directly toward LeBron. It brushed his back, his leg. On its own, it was nothing. Players get hit by loose balls every night. But context matters. History matters. Years of provocation collapsed into a single moment, and something inside LeBron James finally broke. The most composed superstar of his generation exploded. He charged toward Brooks, screaming, rage etched across his face. He shoved toward the officials so forcefully that teammates and coaches rushed in to restrain him, arms flailing, voice echoing through the arena. This was unprecedented. For 2 decades, LeBron had endured it all: trash talk, cheap shots, hostile crowds, unbearable pressure. From Cleveland to Miami to Los Angeles, he had always responded the same way: with control, with excellence, with silence. Until now. The broadcast team was stunned. Fans were frozen. This wasn't the LeBron they knew. This was a man pushed past his breaking point by an antagonist who refused to stop poking. A technical foul was issued. The arena buzzed. Something historic was unfolding. Lakers players rushed in. Rui Hachimura wedged himself between the two. Coach J.J. Redick sprinted onto the floor, desperate to calm his superstar before the night spiraled into disaster. Officials huddled, replays rolled, every angle examined. Then Brooks crossed the line. After hitting a clutch shot, he charged straight at LeBron and chest-bumped him during the dead ball. With a previous technical already on his record, the decision was automatic: ejection. Brooks walked off, his 8th career ejection, his first as a Sun, leaving behind chaos he had carefully engineered. What followed only added to the drama. A miscommunication sent LeBron to the line for the technical free throw instead of Luka Doncic. He missed. The tension tightened. Then came the moment that defined the night. With 3.9 seconds left, Devin Booker fouled LeBron on a three-point attempt. The crowd roared. The pressure was enormous, perhaps the heaviest of LeBron's regular season career, when everything that had happened was factored in. He missed the first free throw. The arena erupted. Then he made the next two, 116, 114. Lakers. But LeBron wasn't done. On the final possession, he read the play before it happened, recognizing the move from film study, anticipating the step-through, and delivered a game-saving block. Not with youth, not with speed, with intelligence. The Lakers escaped with the win. And the eruption in Phoenix became more than just a game, because this rivalry wasn't born that night. It had been brewing for years, a clash between legacy and defiance, between greatness and disruption, between the most accomplished player in basketball history and a self-appointed villain who refuses to bow to anyone. And on December 14th, 2025, it finally boiled over. This series changed everything. What began as competitive tension turned deeply personal the moment the playoffs arrived. This wasn't the regular season anymore. This was elimination basketball, where every possession matters and every psychological edge can decide a season. Before the series even tipped off, Dillon Brooks made his intentions clear. "I wouldn't mind playing LeBron in a 7-game series," he said. Most players fear that matchup. Brooks welcomed it. Game 2 poured gasoline on the fire. Memphis evened the series, but the basketball faded into the background. The real story was the constant jawing, culminating in Brooks reportedly calling LeBron dumb during a dispute over a foul. Then came the quote that shook the league. "I don't care. He's old. I poke bears. I don't respect no one until they give me 40. The reaction was immediate. Outrage, mockery, criticism. Calling a 4-time champion old wasn't brave, it was reckless. But Brooks understood something others didn't. He was becoming the villain. Game 3 delivered consequences. Early in the second half, Brooks crossed the line, striking LeBron below the belt. The officials reviewed it. Flagrant 2, automatic ejection. 7 points, 3 for 13 shooting. His aggression didn't rattle LeBron. It removed Brooks from the game his team desperately needed. The irony was unavoidable. From there, LeBron responded the only way he ever has, with basketball. No quotes, no back and forth, just control, precision, dominance. The Lakers dismantled Memphis, finishing the series in 6 games with a brutal 40-point blowout. LeBron averaged 22 points and 11 rebounds. Brooks averaged just over 10 on miserable efficiency. Soon after, Memphis moved on from him. The scoreboard had spoken. Years later, when LeBron finally erupted in Phoenix, the internet exploded. Clips of him screaming at officials, being restrained by teammates, dominated social media. Talk shows dissected every frame. Then the rumors appeared. Claims of new footage involving Savannah James, suggestions that something personal had triggered the explosion. None of it was real. No video, No evidence, no reporting, just fabricated clickbait feeding on a viral moment. The truth was simpler and far more powerful. What happened in Phoenix was the culmination of years of provocation, a rare crack in the armor of the most composed superstar basketball has ever seen. Nothing more, nothing fabricated. LeBron addressed it calmly, reminding everyone why he's still here. At 40 years old, he's still competing, still studying film, still holding his own against players who grew up watching him. When asked if he ever imagined playing this long, his answer said everything. No, I never put a timeline on it. I'm just blessed. The rivalry with Brooks wasn't personal. It never left the court. It was legacy colliding with defiance, measured greatness versus chaos. And when those forces collide, the result can be explosive. December 14th proved that. The story didn't need scandal. It didn't need lies. The reality was dramatic enough.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.